I've spent years working alongside people who know the value of hard work. People who rise before dawn, labor through the heat and cold, and never shy away from a challenge. None embody that spirit more than America's farmers, whose dedication and grit are woven into the very fabric of our nation. They're the backbone of this country, feeding not only our families but also millions around the globe. Their work sustains us all, from the food on our tables to the communities that thrive around them. But right now, that backbone is under immense strain, facing challenges that threaten to break even the strongest spirits. A perfect storm of economic and political forces is brewing over our heartland, threatening not just crops, but our national identity, our rural way of life, and the future of generations to come. You can feel the tension in small towns, worried faces, quiet conversations, and more for sale signs than ever before. The uncertainty is palpable, hanging in the air like a heavy cloud. This crisis didn't appear overnight. It's been building for years, fueled by trade disputes, rising costs, unpredictable weather, and rules that seem to punish the very people they're meant to help. Every season brings new hurdles, and every year, the pressure mounts. The stakes, the collapse of family farms, the erosion of rural communities, and a threat to our food security. If these farms disappear, so do the traditions and values that define our heartland. Farmers aren't asking for a handout. They want a fair shot, a level playing field, and the chance to keep doing what they love. They're squeezed by upside-down markets and soaring costs, leaving little room for error or profit. Every decision carries weight, and the margin for survival grows thinner each year. This is a human crisis, testing the resilience, hope, and determination of our most vital industry. Behind every statistic is a family, a dream, and a legacy at risk. Let's take a closer look at what's really going on, because their struggle is our struggle, and ignoring it is a luxury we can't afford. The future of our food, our communities, and our country depends on it. The time for this conversation is now. We owe it to our farmers, our neighbors, and ourselves to pay attention and take action. Tariffs were meant to protect American industries, to give local businesses a fighting chance against foreign competition, and to keep jobs at home. But for farmers, those same tariffs quickly became a cage, trapping them in a situation they never asked for. When the U.S. imposed tariffs, other countries didn't just sit back. They retaliated, and their first target was American agriculture, hitting it hard and fast. Suddenly, crops like soybeans and pork, once in high demand, became too expensive for our biggest customers overseas. China, once a reliable buyer, turned to Brazil and Europe for their needs, leaving American farmers with barns and silos full of unsold grain and livestock. Prices collapsed almost overnight. Imagine working all year, planting, tending, and harvesting, only to lose your main customer in an instant, with bills piling up and no clear way out. Aid packages from the government helped some, but they were just a temporary fix. Most farmers want to earn a living through their hard work, not depend on government checks to survive. The real damage went deeper. Lost markets and broken trust with trading partners that took years, even decades to build. Even if tariffs disappeared tomorrow, those customers won't just come back. Relationships have been strained and new suppliers have taken our place. Now, American farmers must fight to win back business they once took for granted, working harder than ever to rebuild what was lost. The tariffs were meant as a show of strength, but for farmers, they became a painful lesson in unintended consequences, one that still stings today. The ripple effects are still being felt in rural communities, where every closed business and empty field tells a story. This is the reality of trade wars on the ground, a story of resilience, loss, and the hope that tomorrow will bring better days. As crop prices fell, the cost of farming soared. Seeds and fertilizer, now high-tech and controlled by a few big companies, have become more expensive every year. Fertilizer prices, tied to global energy and supply chains, have skyrocketed, sometimes doubling or tripling in a single season. Machinery is another burden. A new combine can cost over $500,000, and even basic tractors are out of reach for many. Farmers face a tough choice: take on massive debt for new equipment or keep old machines running and risk breakdowns. Every year, the break-even point rises, forcing farmers to produce more just to stay afloat. They're price takers, not price makers, forced to pay whatever suppliers demand, but accept whatever the market offers for their crops. This relentless squeeze is pushing many to the brink. The imbalance at the heart of rural America's crisis is clear. It's not about luxury, it's about survival. The treadmill is speeding up and many are falling behind. As if rising costs and unpredictable markets weren't enough, today's farmers are facing a new and unexpected hurdle, one that hits right at the heart of their daily work. They can't fix their own equipment anymore, even when they know exactly what's wrong. Modern tractors have become rolling computers, packed with advanced technology and tightly controlled by manufacturers' proprietary software. What used to be a simple machine is now a locked system. If something breaks down, farmers can't just grab a wrench and get to work. Instead, they're forced to call an authorized technician, often waiting days and paying steep fees while their fields and crops sit idle. A repair that once cost a few $100s now easily runs into the thousands. Every hour lost during critical planting or harvest seasons can mean the difference between profit and loss, or even a failed crop. Farmers have the skills, the experience, and the determination to fix their own machines. But without access to the right tools, software, or diagnostic codes, their hands are tied. This fight isn't just about fixing tractors, it's about independence, dignity, and the right to control your own livelihood. The right to repair movement is a battle for self-sufficiency, a value that's always been at the core of the American farmer's identity and way of life. Farmers want the freedom to fix their own machines or to choose a trusted local mechanic instead of being forced into expensive, exclusive service contracts. Corporate policies and restrictive software are blocking common-sense solutions, putting profits over people and tradition. Winning this fight would save precious time, hard-earned money, and restore a sense of control and pride to those who need it most, the farmers who feed us all. It's time to put the power of repair back where it belongs, in the hands of the farmers themselves. The farm crisis doesn't stay on the farm. It ripples through entire communities. Small towns depend on agriculture. The grain elevator, equipment dealer, diner, and bank all rely on farmers' success. When farmers struggle, local businesses lose customers, cut hours, or close for good. Each closure leaves Main Street emptier, morale lower, and the community weaker. Schools and hospitals, funded by property taxes on farmland, face cuts as land values drop. Young people leave for better opportunities, and the population shrinks. The cycle feeds on itself, hollowing out rural America. The health of the farm is the health of the town. While American farmers struggled, global competitors seized the moment. Brazil and Argentina ramped up production, improved infrastructure, and captured markets lost by the US-China, once our top soybean buyer, now relies on Brazil. Other countries, Europe, Canada, Australia, are building reputations as stable suppliers. Every sale lost to a competitor is a blow to American farmers. The US is no longer the go-to supplier. Competition is fierce. Rebuilding trust and market share will take years. American farmers must now fight for every customer. The global food market has changed, and we must adapt. So, what's the path forward? We need to fix the policies that did the most damage, starting with tariffs that backfired on our farmers, end the trade wars, reopen markets, and restore our reputation as a reliable partner. Guarantee farmers the right to repair their own equipment, give them access to the tools and information they need, strengthen federal loan programs, and support adoption of new technologies and sustainable practices. Help farmers find new markets, at home and abroad, so they're not dependent on a single buyer. These aren't partisan ideas, they're practical solutions. It's time for leaders to listen to rural America and act with common sense. The roadmap is clear: remove obstacles, empower farmers, and let them do what they do best. Our future depends on it. America's heartland is defined by resilience and hope. Despite today's challenges, farmers keep working, believing tomorrow can be better. But hope needs action, real change, not just words. We're at a crossroads. Keep ignoring the crisis, or choose a better path. Smart policies can support farmers, strengthen rural communities, and secure our food supply. The future we want is possible, one where family farms thrive, towns grow, and opportunity returns to rural America. This isn't just a farm issue, it's a national priority. Let's listen, learn, and act with the same determination as our farmers. By making common sense changes, we can build a stronger, more resilient America. The work is hard, but it's worth it. Let's get to it.